Good afternoon everybody, it's me again. It's been a while since I uploaded a video, so I thought it was about time I let you know how things were getting on down here. It's been an interesting year this year, particularly hot summer, as everybody knows, absolutely sweltering, and it's kind of like affected everything that I've done this year. I haven't really had an opportunity to come down to the plot and do an awful lot since the last video I put on. Simply because getting in at sort of like 6:30, 7 o'clock in the evening, and I'm just absolutely knackered, drained, physically drained, and last thing I want to do is come down here and do a couple of hours down here. It's just one of those things. But now we've got Christmas approaching, and we've got the winter period where I take my 4-week holiday. I can actually park myself down here for a couple of hours, 3 or 4 hours a day maybe, and get everything back to where it should be. As you can see down here, I've installed a pallet compost bin. I thought I might as well use that for making my own composting, as I'm going through the raised bed route along here. Might be a better idea than buying compost in, and it's also free. I also bring some leaves from home. I've got a massive oak tree at the end of my garden, which can all go through the chipper. People's grass that I cut as well, I can put in there every now and then. So really I'm hoping that that's going to produce some useful compost at some point. If it doesn't, it doesn't. If it does, it does. Great. We've got a lot of rats living around this neck of the woods in all the undergrowth over here, because there's on the other side of this fence there's a bit of a ditch, and we've got some cress beds over there, an old chalk stream, so obviously it goes with the territory rats. They're a pain in the backside really. I can find little holes dug all over the place actually. One of the chaps next door, he told me that once he found all of his potatoes that he'd grown in the compost bin. The rats had made a nest in there, pulled all his spuds out from under the plants and just taken them up into the compost bin, which doesn't really fill me with good feelings, to be perfectly honest. So I'll see what happens here. My potatoes are going to be grown in 30 and 45 litre plastic tubs anyway, so they're not going to be open to the elements or horrible cheeky ratty business, if you will. It's probably not looking like I've done an awful lot down here, and I haven't. It's just one of those things. Work and life has just been getting in the way of everything. The new shed I think you saw is in. I've got Ernest the frog down there just keeping guard on everything that's going on. But this coming year is going to be the year for growing. I'm going to get everything sorted out. I've got a walk-in greenhouse which is going to go down there where the water butt is. That's in the shed waiting to be put up. It's only a plastic one, but it's going to be weighed down with paving slabs on the frame, so it's not going to be blowing anywhere, and I can always put in some supporting posts if it needs it. But I think a greenhouse would probably be a good idea down here, seeing as it gets so much sun. The only thing is that tree there, later in the season, it does, when it leaves up, it does tend to block out a bit of the light because the sun comes over here and comes over this way. But I'm not too worried about that. That's not a problem. This is going to get more sun than is necessary, and it's going to be tomatoes and things like that growing in there, and maybe some aubergines. I don't like aubergines, but I know people that do, so I might as well grow some. But we've got the list of things that we want to grow this year, and hopefully we're going to have a good growing season. Hopefully it's a relatively good year as well next year, weather-wise. So on that bombshell, I'm deciding whether or not to go home now and have a cup of tea, or whether to hang around and do some more. So while I'm pondering that, I'll bid you farewell, and I'll see you later.